This is Rachel, wanting to offer an opportunity to share some music and meditation. It's Sunday morning, so wanting to be able to create space. I know it's been, this week has felt like time has taken on a different dimension. It actually feels longer than a week. It feels, it's hard to contain, it's hard to convey the dimension in time that has shifted with life as we knew it just a month ago or less. So wanting to be able to offer some practices and engage with people in ways that hopefully can help you feel a sense of connection in this time of distancing ourselves physically from others. We're calling it, our housemate last night had made an interesting comment. We're calling it social distancing, but we can still socially be connected. It's just that physical distance that we need to maintain to be safe. So I have been offering Facebook Lives, and you can also go over to my YouTube channel and subscribe. I'm creating some content on there. And if you follow this page, which you're on now, you will see that I'm offering a variety of classes via Zoom. So wanting to be able to connect to people. And the Zoom option is interesting because we have the ability to see one another when we're doing the Zoom classes. So yesterday when I taught a yoga class, there was I was encouraging people to bring their pets, and we had cats, we had dogs, and we actually had a large cockatiel in the yoga practice that everyone was seeing one another on that Zoom video conferencing platform. So I'm hoping that you and your family are well, and we're gonna invite ourselves, we're gonna do some centering. I brought my Shruti box, I have my guitar and my harp. So wanting to offer musical meditation as well as a meditation that I've been sharing in the classes that I've been doing online. So I see some people are coming on. Hi Janet, Holly, Joyce. All right, so if you are somewhere where you can sit that feels comfortable, invite yourself to find a place. I'm gonna actually use a little bolster here. And you can invite yourself to notice where you are in space and time. We're all in our houses, we're all in our homes, I'm guessing. And maybe there's something you can notice in the room that you typically don't notice when you're in that space. And then inviting yourself to feel your body in space and time. So feel the parts of your body that are connected to a solid surface, like a chair or the floor. And then you're welcome to close your eyes, or you can keep your eyes open, doing what feels right for you always. And then I'll invite you, if you choose, you can let your hands rest on your lap or palms up. One hand position that I've been doing lately, because it helps me deal with overwhelm, is placing a hand on my heart and a hand on my belly. It just gives me a sense of the container of my body. So if that feels like it might be supportive to you, you're welcome to do that. And then invite yourself to just notice the rise and fall of your breath. Before you would shift or change or alter your breath, just invite yourself to notice your breath. And you can invite yourself to ask, did just the act of noticing my breath change it in any way? Awareness is the beginning of transformation. One of the reasons I'm very committed to offering free and available access to tools to wellness for people is that these tools give us the capacity to deal with uncertainty. So that's something that we're going to need to build and expand. And it also, for me, it gives me a process, a practice to sit with my emotions, to connect to things like, anger. Recognizing that that is something we're going to feel lots of different things, to be able to be informed by those emotions rather than be swallowed whole. So when I sat with my anger, I recognized that my anger came from my sense of a great love for humanity. My anger came from seeing inequalities really highly illuminated in our society right now. And that anger can be channeled into motivation. It can be channeled into something that is connected to that love. So just inviting yourself to be patient with yourself during this time, to be tender. And we'll come into the breath for a chance to do that. So on your next available inhale, bringing a little bit more air in as you breathe in. Exhale, releasing as you breathe out. The next breath arises, bringing a little bit more air in as you breathe in. Slowly releasing as you breathe out. And we'll do one more breath together. And slowly, slowly exhale. And just notice what's present. All right. So I have my Shruti box with me. Here it is. Some of you that practice with me regularly will recognize it. And I'll offer the opportunity to explore humming. Humming is a lovely practice that actually grounds and stabilizes your vagus nerve. The vagus nerve is called the wandering nerve. It moves throughout the central nervous system, and the vagus nerve is engaged when we are grounded and calm. It's also engaged when we're passionate and motivated. So it's connected to both the parasympathetic and the sympathetic nervous system. And humming is actually a lovely practice that tones that nerve. So I'm going to be humming, and if you choose to hum, the invitation is for you to notice what sound feels like in your body, not to necessarily think you need to sound a certain way. And you don't have to do what I'm doing. Your voice can travel or stay on one pitch, doing what feels right for you. Taking a deep breath in. Breathing in, breathing out. Again, the invitation is to notice what's present. So that's something that we can encourage ourselves to explore, is noticing what actions, when we're engaged in an action, noticing what it feels like. And that's what we would call a mindfulness practice. So it gives us an awareness of being able to understand how tools support us and what tools to use in any given time. So I wanted to share some musical mantras with you. And the mantra that, this one that I'm sharing, I wrote this after the neo-Nazi demonstration in Charlottesville a couple years ago. And the first line, "My hope is relentless." Hope is something that arises from despair. So you might not be in a place of hope right now, and that's okay. Be where you are. The beautiful poem by Rumi, the Guest House. I'm going to encourage you guys to check that poem out and read it. But welcome everything and sit with it, and eventually hope does arise from despair. So that's where this comes from. I'm here believing. So I want to share, I'll share another mantra with you, but I want to share meditation first. This is one that I've been offering up all week in the Zoom classes that I've been teaching. Now it's my new normal. You can check out the events on this Facebook page if you're interested in attending any of those classes. But this is a meditation. I think that I just feel compelled to keep offering this meditation and finding ways for us to be aware of how connected we are. Right now, we're connected through the enormous suffering that's happening all over our planet, and it can be overwhelming, and it is overwhelming, and we're feeling so many different things, and I'm encouraging everyone to just be really patient with yourself, and we aren't become, to resource yourself for uncertainty, to resource yourself for discomfort, and find ways that we can connect and support one another. I feel very blessed in that connection and support that I'm witnessing in my community. And if that's something that you are in need of, please reach out to me, reach out to anyone that people are showing up wanting to help and connect to one another. So I'm going to invite us into this meditation of loving kindness, which is a really beautiful way of blessing yourself and extending that blessing from yourself beyond into various layers of where we can widen our circumference of caring, widen our circumference of belonging. It's one of my favorite practices of all times, and it's been very healing for me during this time to engage in it. So I'm wanting to share it with others. So you might find this helpful too. So again, we start with ourselves. Starting with ourselves. The best and worst of ourselves are going to show up right now. So being in a space of radical acceptance is really important in practicing that. So I'll invite you again to, if you're seated, to find a way to support yourself on your chair, or if you're sitting on the floor. And again, if you want to place a hand on your heart and a hand on your belly, or hands palms down or palms up, cultivating an awareness of what actions feel supportive and choosing those actions is really important. And again, coming back to your breath. Your eyes can be closed, or you can softly focus your gaze, doing what feels supportive to you. And in cultivating that awareness of your body in space and time, the rise and fall of your breath. And really having this practice of sending yourself tenderness, love, acceptance. So we start with ourselves and we extend that out from ourselves. So if you like, you can bring into your mind's eye an image of yourself as if you were looking in the mirror. And if that is difficult, I know that can be a challenge. I'm a survivor, and I know that's something that a lot of us are challenged with. The alternate to that is picturing yourself as a small child. Looking at yourself yourself through the eyes of love and compassion and kindness, offering yourself this blessing. May I be well in my mind and in my body. May I live free and safe from harm. May I have peace. Noticing what that feels like and where it lands in your body. Slowly allowing that mental image to fade and bringing into your mind's eye the beings that you love the most in this world. Some of these beings may not be in your physical environment right now, and that might be causing you some distress. I know some of my yoga students have elderly parents that are in nursing homes that they're not able to see. You might have children or siblings that are far away right now, and there's uncertainty around being in physical space with them in the near future. So bringing all these beings that you love dearly into your mind's eye and seeing them in front of you, smiling, looking at them. And of course, we don't have to practice social distancing in our meditation practice. You can hug them and hold them to your heart. And seeing these beings that you love in your mind's eye and giving them this blessing. May you be well in your mind and in your body. May you live free and safe from harm. May you have peace. Noticing what that feels like and how it lands in your body. And then widening our circumference of belonging, widening our circumference of loving, bringing into your awareness the people that are ill right now, the people that are at risk. That may be you. That may be someone you know and love. Bringing people into your mind's eye. Seeing them before you, looking at them through the eyes of love and compassion and offering them this blessing. May you be well in your mind and in your body. May you live free and safe from harm. May you have peace. Noticing what that feels like and where that lands in your body. And then expanding our circumference of belonging, bringing into our awareness healthcare workers, people that are in the front lines, and we're hearing reports that they don't have protection and essential safeguards to do their jobs well, bringing into our awareness the grocery store clerks, janitors, bank tellers, people that are driving trucks across the country, people that are stocking warehouses, people that are keeping the engine running of our country, people that are the working class basically is the heart and soul and engine of this country right now, people that are doing farm work. So bringing all of these people into your mind's eye, maybe one of those people is you. Certainly you know someone in this category of humans. So bringing these beings into your mind's eye, offering them this blessing. May you be well in your mind and in your body. May you live free and safe from harm. May you have peace. Noticing what this feels like, where it lands in your body. And then recognizing that this has impacted the entire planet. Recognizing the enormous suffering that is present in our one human family. We can clearly see the connection on our planet. We can clearly see how we are connected. And we can understand that we are this diversity, as Zenzu Earthlyn Manuel, one of my favorite, she's a Buddhist teacher, calls us this diversity of species. We're part of that diversity of species. We're not separate from it. We are part of creation. The multiplicity of oneness that is our human family. So extending this blessing, seeing the planet, all its peoples, having these same desires, and extending this blessing to all beings. May all beings be well in their mind and in their bodies. May all beings live free and safe from harm. May all beings have peace. So be it. Breathing in, breathing out. Noticing what's present and where it lands in your body. Slowly allow any mental image that you had to fade. Move around a little, feel your body in space and time. If your eyes are closed, you can open. So I'm so grateful to share that meditation. I've been doing it constantly, and I hope it provided a process or practice for you that you could use that yourself. Maybe share it with people that you are connected with right now. So I want to see what time it is. Want to finish with a song on the harp, a mantra. Mantras are repeated phrases in the language of Sanskrit, which is the language of yoga. And this mantra that I'm sharing with you, Shanti. And Shanti is the word peace in the language of yoga. And I've been thinking a lot about peace lately. Peace is not, when you think about the people who make peace disrupt the social order, Jesus, Gandhi, Martin Luther King Jr., they all were killed for doing the work of building peace. So peace is messy. It's not this, I don't think of it as this tranquil sort of sensation that we see. I'm sort of like the anti-mainstream yoga culture person, because I think that is spiritual bypass, and it can be almost dangerous, especially to vulnerable people and people that have experienced trauma. So peace, as I come to understand it, is cultivating the ability to be in my own skin in each and every moment that is present, and finding a way to connect to my humanity, finding a way to be connected to that which is greater than myself. And in between, we can cultivate peace when we have a stimulus and then there's a response, and being able to be in that space between the stimulus and the response and be present is where we find liberation. So peace is something that can be uncomfortable. It doesn't have to feel like, oh, I'm at the beach and everything's great. So cultivating, again, that's something I think is a really showing up right now, is cultivating the ability to be with discomfort and uncertainty, expanding our capacity to be with discomfort and uncertainty, to be able to find the grace in both giving and receiving. You might be in a position to give, you might need to receive. There's not one that's greater than the other. They're both like this. So we'll find our way through this together, which is the only way through. So this on Shanti, if you're wanting to sing along with me, I would encourage you to do so. It only changes musically once. Shanti, 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 Shanti. Shanti. So thank you for tuning in. I'm so grateful to be able to share practice. This is what I do, and it looks like this is how I'll be doing it for at least a while. I am so grateful that you tuned in. Please share this video with anyone that you think could use some support. It'll be on my wall, so you're welcome to come back to it any time. I'm going to be offering a variety of experiences via Zoom video conferencing, and I'm committed to have, for those of us who have are dealing with economic hardship, there will be free access. There will be opportunities to pay the typical suggested contribution and pay it forward. So yeah, there's a lot of interesting content being developed by artists and healers and things, and it's going to be interesting to see what emerges from this. So I'm wishing you all well. I hope you get outside today and find ways to be healthy. And if I can be of any support to you in any way, I'm here. So honoring this beautiful practice of yoga, honoring the roots and origins and the place in the world, the Indus Valley, where it comes from, honoring the planet and all its beings. Om Shanti.